Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1, it's Phathead. It is Monday, April 13th, 2026. We'll be a little cloudy, maybe some sun. Maybe see some of that, but we'll be like 60 or so. That's good. Tomorrow, closer to 70 and sunshine. That's exciting. And then we really get up into the 70s the rest of the week, if that holds true from what we were seeing last week for the official prognostication for this week. We'll see how it goes. But, yeah, we're getting there. I promise you that. We're getting there weather-wise. So I had a very spontaneous weekend with my son Elijah. It started this way. On Friday, we got to talking, and he's a character. He's a theater kid. He's got a crazy imagination. He makes music, all these different, and so his mind's always churning. We were sitting there actually having some Dunkin' as his sister was working, so we're chatting over a Dunkin', and he starts kidding around. He's like, we should fly out to Coachella, right? That's like the big deal now, right? Coachella, that's a whole side story I don't want to get into. Everybody fawning over all the performances at Coachella, and I'm just like looking at the recaps. I'm like, yeah, it doesn't seem so exciting, but okay, fine. If you want to stand out in a field for 12 hours, that's fine. Anyway, he's like, hey, by the way, he's 13. He's like, let's fly out to Coachella. I'm like, yeah, sure. So I start kidding around with him, like, yeah, if we get on a plane now, we could get there for Sabrina Carpenter's headlining performance. We might just make it. And then he knew I was kidding, and he said, wait, let's go to New York City. Let's explore. Let's get our city vibes on. Let's go see a show. So I hadn't realized, and I know it's crazy. I'm a hands-on parent. I hadn't realized that Elijah had never been to a Broadway show. It just, for whatever reason, and I love Broadway. I've seen a lot of them. I haven't been to one in a while, right? You get caught up. Life happens. You get caught up. He's been in a lot of shows, just timing everything else. I'm like, wow, so you haven't been to a Broadway show. So we get to planning, and we say, you know what, we're going to stay over. We find a hotel, pretty nice hotel, got a good rate. It was like last minute. Guess they had some rooms available. Got a decent rate. It's called the M Social Hotel. It was on 52nd. 52nd and Broadway. Nice hotel. So we get the room, and then I ask him what show he wants to see. He's begging to see Wicked. That's what he wants to make his first show. That's a pretty good choice. Obviously, he knows it well, and we've seen the movies, both of them, many, many times. So we get the Wicked tickets. Also, not bad. It was a matinee for Saturday, and I bought the tickets Friday night. And it was pretty decent price for decent tickets, last-minute seats. And I surprised him with fourth-row seats, which were, by the way, they were only about $25 to $30 more each seat than back in the mezzanine. For whatever reason, those seats were sitting there at a low price, and they were not resale seats. They were like actual unsold seats for the performance. We go, we get into the city, we drive in early Friday morning, and we get into the city. Got a deal on parking that came with the hotel. Then we're by 10 a.m. We're walking around the city. He wants to go to Grand Central. I'm like, why do you want to go to Grand Central? Well, I watch Gossip Girl, and they film scenes at Grand Central. Great. Let's go to Grand Central. So we're there. We're filming. He's filming TikToks. We're taking pictures in the main terminal there, the main hub at Grand Central that the famous area, right? And little did we know, about an hour prior, there was a knife-wielding man stabbing people, and the police had shot and killed that person. Didn't know that, and it just seemed like a regular day at Grand Central. We did that. We kept walking around Times Square, went to the M&M store, went to the Disney store, Raising Cane's, did that. Finally got to Wicked for the matinee. Absolutely incredible, astounding, as you'd imagine, any Broadway show, just awesome. Had a great time. Had to get him a hoodie. First Broadway show. Hoodie, it was actually pretty high quality. Pretty good hoodie. I almost bought one for myself. I said, I'm all right. But he got the hoodie. Can I say one thing about the theater? Thank you, Broadway Theater, it was the Gershwin, for being so cold. Better than too hot, but it's a good thing I had a sweatshirt with me. And I'm hoping every Broadway theater is like that. They keep them all at that temperature because it was fantastic. I had to put my hood up most of the time because it was that cold in the theater. But we had an awesome time. And then we went to dinner at the Stardust Diner, Ellen's Stardust Diner, which is famous for the singing waitresses and waiters. It was awesome. I got picked on by a few. A couple were like making fun of me while they were singing or singing by me and doing things to me. Like one singer was rubbing her hand on my head. Another one was telling me to close my eyes. I guess that was part of the song where it says close my eyes, and he's yelling at me, close your eyes. And it was kind of funny. We had a good time. Food was good. And then yesterday, before we left the city, got up, walked around, did some more sightseeing, and actually went to Madame Tussauds Wax Museum. And anyway, I'm going to post a recap. It was fun. We had a great time. Very spontaneous getaway for my son and I. And we are planning our next trip. The Outsiders is going to be the next Broadway show, which he really wants to see. I heard is very good. Obviously, I'm a big fan of the movie, which is the greatest cast ever assembled on screen in movie history. We could debate that, right? It was fantastic. We will get to that, but planning our next trip for The Outsiders, and it was great. You know what? We have so much more to do. I was going to talk about the Artemis 2 landing. We're going to discuss that late 8 o'clock hour. Want to get into that just a touch later on. We still have the Bald and the Beautiful Entertainment coming up at about 8:12. National Days Good News Stories, late 8 o'clock hour. And we are going to be cloudy in the 60s today. Maybe a little bit of sun tomorrow. Much better, even though today's not bad. Tomorrow, sunny and close to 70. My Country, 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.